I just recently watched the second episode of What If, and if you're here for some quality, I don't know what you are here for, but if you're here, make sure to like, subscribe before we reach into a billion subs, and you could say you are proud to be one of the first people here in this channel before I reach a billion subs. Now, I may not be Psy from Gangnam, but I did perform Gangnam Style during my heyday when I was a bit younger. That being said, let's now talk about Marvel's What If, because oh boy, this episode is a big improvement from the last one. See, I've been critical of the last one because it's basically Captain America, the first Avengers, but if Sharon Carter is a girl. They just proceeded with that twist and then roll with the first Avengers plotline, which is not a complete divergence to the original first Avengers story. It's just they replaced the cast. Instead of Steve Rogers, it was Peggy Carter. Now, this episode, however, Chadwick Boseman, unfucking believable, rest in peace. He nailed the role good as Star-Lord. He is technically not a Peter Quill Star-Lord. Unlike Peter Quill as Star-Lord, if you get what I mean. He's still T'Challa as T'Challa can be under a Star-Lord uniform, under a Ravager garb. And what's good about this is that instead of being that cocky legendary thief that Peter Quill was, Star-Lord is more of a peacemaker. Now I can get through that all the way, but now with Star-Lord, T'Challa is a part of the cosmic universe. He's more of a peacemaker. The Ravagers are more of a Robin Hood-esque type of bandits instead of being space pirates. And I think that is a huge divergence over to the plot. I've expected this to be just Guardians of the Galaxy, but Star-Lord being replaced. But no, it's a huge improvement, it's a huge divergence. And I'm gonna get to that now. Well, the reason T'Challa became Star-Lord was that the Ravagers were stupid enough to be outsourced by Ego, the living planet, into taking his son. Instead of taking Peter Quill, the Ravagers, being humanists or alienist races, took T'Challa instead because he has 2 eyes, ears, and a mouth, like Peter Quill. Now, Yondu took T'Challa under his wing because he's a good guy. He has the charm. And that charm resonates as the peacemaker of the galaxy. He even made Thanos reconsider genocide as the main approach on allocating the universe's resources. Yes, this episode shows Thanos as a part of the Ravagers. Captain Genocide, if you will. Even Korat knows who T'Challa is because his peacemaking style resonates throughout the universe. Korat joined the Ravagers. Thanos joined the Ravagers. This is a complete divergence against Guardians of the Galaxy, as I've stated. And that is what it should be. Now, if Thanos is a good guy here, what about Nebula? Well, Nebula is like a triple agent Black Widow. I'm happy that we finally get a Nebula as hot as Karen Gillan, because I've been laboring for long hair Nebula, the one that looks like in the Smurf in the comics, as Karen Gillan's supposed look in the movies. Instead, they went to the bald approach. Now, we may not get the Smurf Nebula. We got a blonde Nebula, totally hot as Karen Gillan. I can accept it. even Nebula diverged from what she looked like. This repaired Thanos and Nebula's relationship. I don't know what happened to Gamora. Maybe she left. Her fate is left hanging. Maybe she is the Thanos of this universe. But the other divergence is Collector, Benicio del Toro being buff AF, and he is the villain. He is strong, and basically he has the Avengers gear for some reason. Maybe he got the Avengers gear. Maybe he got Hela's gear. I don't know how he got it, but maybe because of T'Challa being Star-Lord, something got... There's like a flashpoint thing happening in Earth that... You know what happened to Flashpoint? Barry saves his mom, everything gets fucked up. Maybe if T'Challa became Star-Lord, everything got fucked up. The operation was a success. They retrieved something like, I don't know, the Embers of Dark. I don't know about the item, I forgot. But all in all, this is a good episode of What If. I hope they stuck to this formula, totally diverge, give us a different storyline, not giving us Guardians of the Galaxy again with just Star-Lord replacing Peter Quill is good. The ending is also good. It was a cliffhanger that even though Peter Quill did not become Star-Lord, he became a janitor at Dairy Queen, he was still spotted by Ego the Living Planet. You think this is not a big deal, but it is. As the Watcher said, it may be the end of the world, because if Peter Quill wasn't Star-Lord, his cosmic identity will not be revealed. Hence, he will be a cosmic being on Earth, as Ego will use him. So Ego will unlock his full potential if Peter Quill is not prevented to be the cosmic son of Ego by the Guardians of the Galaxy. Since there's no Guardians, there's no stopping Peter Quill from being a cosmic entity. Ego will unlock his full potential, potentially being a big bad of this universe. And that's something that maybe season 2, if What If can get a season 2, should explore. Who will stop Ego the Living Planet if he unlocks Star-Lord's potential? If he gets his full potential unlocked via Peter Quill. That's what I mean. The ending was also happy. It was the Wakandan family finally getting back. T'Challa, the Ravagers meeting up with the Wakandan family. We've seen Thanos flirting with Okoye. It was so funny. This was my good moment. This was a good tribute to Chadwick Boseman. He has done so well as Star-Lord. And that is my review of Marvel's What If Episode 2. What if T'Challa became Star-Lord? Again, here's my only complaint in this episode. There's only one complaint. How did T'Challa get the title Star-Lord if Peter Quill got the title Star-Lord from his mother? Remember the ending of the Guardians of the Galaxy where Meredith Quill wrote a letter to Peter, and then there's the quote, "You will always be my Star-Lord." That's how Peter got the title. So I don't know how T'Challa became the Star-Lord, had the Star-Lord title, if it wasn't. Well, that's my complaint. So thank you and goodbye.